We're going to ask Earl Blumenauer and Ron Wyden to take a pledge to have that.
Anyone's job situation that we know of is going to represent what's going on in this country, because it is all the same. And the people that we're dealing with don't seem to know that yet. But do you think we can do something about that? Yeah! I kind of thought so. I want to thank Jobs with Justice people, first of all, for supporting us in a way that's just incredible. At the Hilton, we got a contract largely because of community support. We created a presence with Jobs with Justice that couldn't be denied. It was very embarrassing to the hotel, and what was effective that way will be effective yet again, and we just want to say thank you, and we're going to stay with other people who are in similar struggles, and believe me, there's a lot of them. Now, what's going on at the hotel is really something you need to know about. It's we've got a good contract, but imagine this: people who are housekeepers are working, lifting beds, an average of 8 times per bed if they're very efficient, and if everything is going well with them and their bodies are just great that day, much more otherwise. And I can't tell you how heavy those things are. This is just one example of what's going on there. The hotel is full of hardworking people. But what I would like to understand is how people such as our housekeepers are supposed to labor on for an additional 5 years just because someone in Washington thought it would be a way to cut the budget by raising the age that Social Security kicks in. I don't know. Just imagine this. Just work with me here. And I appreciate that many of you have difficult jobs. Could you imagine the situation that I described for an additional 5 years of your life because basically you've got a gun to your head?
No.
No, right. Yes.
Not when you're over 65.
That's insane. The difference from 65 to 70 is a time where you really should be rewarded for what you've done and for the money you've put into the system.
That's right. Thank you.
How outrageous that anyone could think of taking that away. And the idea that there is a budget deficit that can somehow be corrected, there is a budget deficit, no question, but that it can be corrected by taking money out of the hands of people who just want to end their working careers at a decent time. It can't be done that way, so it's wrong in that sense. But as I'm sure you well know, it's wrong in every sense, because we're not a decent society if we have people that are stressed to the limits and don't need to be. People that are basically ripped off because they've already put in, the rest of us have already put in, and now some jerk comes along and says, no, you can't take any out. That's just not acceptable.
Right.
What this is going to come down to is not any one of us or all of us being saved by someone that we elected to office. And we can't just kick the bums out. That doesn't work. What we have to do is the thing we've always had to do. Forget about Democrat, forget about Republican, forget about Independent, Tea Party, whatever, I don't care. We've got to get after every person who's in office, whether we just put them there or whether they've been there for 40 years. If we don't do that, I can't imagine who will, but I know that we can, right?
Right.
It's very simple.
Right.
For God's sake, we've got an internet, we've got telephones, let's get on there. You have got to know at all times, in fact, post this for yourself. You've got to know who to contact in Washington. It's very simple. We've only got, I have 3 representatives. It's not hard to do. They do respond to pressure. Let's get out there at every instance that it can be done and do it. Thank you.
So I think we're going to go ahead and have a report back. As you all were marching, we had 2 different groups to go leave over 1,400 signatures that were collected for petition. We left them at Blumenauer's office and at Wyden's, and we're going to have a quick report back on how that went.
So, oddly, Earl wasn't there. What a disappointment. I'm Greg, and I I do a lot of stuff with Jay. Oddly enough, Earl was not there, but myself, Bill McGorian, the entire UFCW 555, and Brenda from Jay with Jay went and delivered the over 1,400 individual signatures, which were gathered in 3 weeks. And 21, I believe, organizational endorsements asking them to make this pledge to protect the safety net and to create jobs. And I think we were all passionate when we told one of Earl's assistants that we felt we were glad that he has signed on to the Local Jobs for America bill, which he has, which is better than some, but that's a drop in the bucket for what we need.
Right.
And what we need mostly from him is leadership and a strong presence. I said, we all said, have a press conference, get out in front of this, say that this whole framing by the right of cutting Social Security to fix the deficit is wrong-headed. Economists disagree with it. It just won't work. And we want to see him on television making a strong case against that and for jobs. So it was successful in that regard, and we're going to stay after it.
Thanks, Greg. Good job, Greg.
Congregational delegation to take a firm stance on keeping hands off Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and also to create millions of jobs that are needed. The first step that we're asking for is for them to take a stand and be leaders for the Local America Jobs Act. It would only save or create 1 million jobs, and that's the first itty-bitty step. But we're asking them to take really big strides to actually make sure that everyone has a job. We know that this is just the first step, and we need to show Congress that they need to stand for working people and with working people. So Lori over here is in the crowd, and she has some petitions, and we ask people to take some. If everyone you know, and ask everyone you know to sign on. If everyone took 2 sheets, we could tonight we could double our numbers. So that would mean that we're showing our congressional delegation that you just got the first batch. They're going to still keep coming, and we're not going to stop until we actually listen. If you all already don't know, the Deficit Commission will release its findings and recommendations in this tonight as when we can change the current system and win victories for all working people. We want to thank you for coming out tonight. However, we're still not done yet. Although you could have done it together, both goals and job objectives, so that you can each other and learn a little bit about what the really celebrate. There's a why this alliance is important. Because one of the things that happens right now is we're seeing all of these cuts, and is that we become more desperate as workers. We become more desperate for jobs, and fighting over each other and turning against each other. That's a myth. We're starting to see happen with this rising. We're attacking each other. Instead of what we're really supposed to be doing is having a benefit. Those who are benefiting are the populations who are getting all the jobs, right? And they're getting and we're getting our services. So and the other thing that happens is that then people become criminalized. And that's I almost got you. It's either to point fingers at each other or off the street. Yeah, you know what, you can't just here who are willing to work and undercut. So she's probably still good. So what's really important is that now we're starting to see the criminalization of immigrants and people of color. And so it's important. These kinds of events, great farm solidarity events are actually going together to show our power together. So please buy a ticket. I have tickets. You can also get them on the website. So it's next Saturday. So not this Saturday, next Saturday. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty. I think y'all can go home very shortly. Thanks. The Washington delegation.
Who's in charge of the future? I don't know.
We're going to have a very good report from the foreman of Walmart.
We got to meet with a constituent services representative on Wyden's staff, and we presented the petitions and explained the pledge to him and asked him why he hadn't signed on to the Local Jobs for America Act. And he said, as the staffer said, he never co-sponsors anything because he can do more if he waits to see what the amendments are and all of that stuff. So we asked him to take leadership, and I think it's pretty far out of the range of what the way Senator Wyden sees his job. So anyway, we explained that we were going to continue this campaign and we would be back, and we asked them to have the staffer get back to us with his response to our petition.
What's the retirement age? Now.
I want to thank there are some brave organizations that are trained. There were 22 organizations that signed on and signed on to our pledge and invited our congressional delegation to join with the 1,400 individuals and all the rest of us that think the jobs bill and defending our social safety net are important things to do. So thanks to those 22 organizations, several AFSCME locals, SEIU Local 49, Oregon Fair Trade Campaign, Oregon Action, UFCW Local 555, and like I said, 22 others. I'm not going to name them all. We are done. I wanted to just close us out. I want to invite the drum corps up here, especially because at least one of them, maybe all of them, are ready for retirement. They're close to some of us are not the drum corps. I'm talking the official retirement age. I'm getting up there myself in age. So we wanted to just send us out of here with some noise and talk about what's coming up for good retirement. So, good retirement, that's our right. Try to take it, we will fight. Good retirement, that's our right. Try to take it, we will fight. Good retirement is our right. Try to take it, we will fight. Good retirement, that's our right. Try to take it, we will fight. Good retirement, that's our right. Try to take it, we will fight. Yeah. Special request from the drum corps. Banks got bailed out. We got sold out. 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 Alright, another special request from Lori King. What do we want? When do we want it? Now! I think we want him forever. When do we want the drum corps? Alright, thanks to the drum corps. Thanks to the folks who went and delivered our messages to the Congress People's Office. Thanks to the folks from HERE who showed up after their training, and most of all, thanks to all of you who showed up today in the rain, who have showed up time and time again, and I know you're going to keep showing up. You're going to keep coming back until we win this fight and all the other ones. Thanks a lot.